We're going to look at the missing Season 1 and 2 Autobots, brainstorm ways that we can insert them back into the movie.
March 2023 update. Here's Seaspray in the water. We have Blitzwin here. He's in the outskirts near Lookout Mountain. Powerglide and Warpath come in together. Then he's going to tangle with Warpath. Skids here, I was going to have tangling with some Insecticons. So here he is being surrounded by clones. Puffer and Bluestreak being near Lookout Mountain. I feel like they're helping to fight in the outskirts.
I was thinking maybe have Diaclone bots make background cameos like Clampdown and Burnout. I recently got Legacy Clampdown and I love him.
This guy does look cool. I feel like this guy, for whatever similarity he has to Prowl, I just feel like I want this guy to say Prowl. Clampdown and a rescue team. They're concerned about their friends in the shuttle. They might go over there. This is great.
Yeah, Clampdown could be like Prowl's apprentice or new partner, like how they have a deputy in cop shows. Since Clampdown is there, where would Deep Cover his brother be?
Clampdown can be an exception, but I don't want to add in too many Diaclone characters because then we're missing the bigger picture here, which is that there's so many Season 1 and Season 2 characters to account for. This crew here is a rescue crew. Inferno and Clampdown are going to bring our damaged bots to Teletraan 1 in the Ark.
Do you plan on doing what IDW did with the Ark and the Combiners Omega Supreme ECT?
I've been against it for a while, but I'm warming up to the idea of the IDW thing. I think there is sort of a consensus out there that the IDW idea is okay enough for it to suspend our disbelief. I'm getting closer and closer to wanting to do it. So stay tuned on that.
Great to hear. Thanks for considering it.
With my rescue crew, picking up the injured Transformers here, it actually makes for a really great transition. We'll have the rescue crew come in, pick up these damaged guys, and then say, oh, should we drive damaged people into the heat of battle, or should we transport them to the Ark with the help of Cosmos? And that gives us an excuse to go to the Ark. Because in my head, it was just like, how do we cut to the Ark? Like, we can't just say, oh, meanwhile at the Ark, because that's bad storytelling. You could do the, right? But then that's a cheat, right? If you watch any halfway decent movie, transitions between locations are very smoothly done. But I think we now have a reason. We have damaged Autobots that need to be fixed through Teletraan 1. So you have this repair bay that these guys are going to bring the damaged bots to. And then possibly, okay, I can't sign my name on this yet, but we could possibly show the IDW scene. Hey man, it's all coming together. It's got to let ideas gestate for a while, and then it all just starts to sound better and better.
Crazy idea. Autobot Spike body is available for one of the damaged robots.
I like the Autobot Spike idea. Season 1 characters need to be added back into the film or rescued in the film.
I would prefer the bots who died in the movie to die in the movie, but definitely do not kill anybody else like Red Alert Tracks ECT. Do not add to the death count, but also don't reduce it. My 2 cents.
Sorry, bro. I'm going to resurrect people. The easy deaths to delete are Windcharger and Wheeljack. I photoshopped Wheeljack out of this scene. My second job is to change the color and face of Windcharger, so this is a different bot. That's something I need to do. Windcharger has magnetic abilities, so I feel like I really want to have him use that. It's funny actually, now that I think of it, I have this old picture of Windcharger.
Maybe have Skids get cornered by Insecticon clones before getting saved by Windcharger and Seaspray.
That could work. Could you imagine them riding in together in the movie? I drew this a long time ago. Holy crap, dude. I drew this in 2002, man. All this stuff is finally happening. I totally dig that. This is a crew, right?
Wait, did you say 2002? That drawing's older than me.
Yeah, dude. I'm a dinosaur, man.
It's weird how we never saw Windcharger actually use his abilities to throw around Decepticons.
Totally. That's why he has to use his ability.
Whatever happened to Hound?
Hound is over here by Prime, along with Sunstreaker. I got an idea here about Hound. So there's Hound. He's over there in Lookout Mountain, but then he appears over here next to Prime when Prime arrives. So people say that's an error. To me, Hound, after Lookout Mountain, drives over to the area where Prime lands in Autobot City, more down here rather. Hound could be driving around actually, and he could be a good way to pan across the outskirts a little bit, so he could drive by what's happening. What we should do is copy the scene in Rise of the Beasts, We could have Hound divide into 5 Jeeps, and the Seekers won't know which one to shoot. I think that'll be a good homage to Rise of the Beast for using Hound's hologram ability.
Maybe even a car Decepticon is chasing Hound, or maybe he tries to make the pursuing Seekers crash above a tunnel like the first episode on Cybertron.
Yeah, it could be a couple of Devastation, Ground Soldier. But hey, we have Trailbreaker.
Trailbreaker can maybe help Hound.
Yeah, one thing that Ron Friedman said that Hasbro really liked about his writing is that you would create scenes so that you could get intimate with a couple characters at a time. It would be fun to have Trailbreaker meet up with Hound along the way. Honestly, Blitzwing is a lot to handle for these little guys, so he may even have to join up here. But either way, he's going to have to split off from Hound, I think, to help some of this other situation going on here.
Can Trailbreaker pick up stuff with his force field?
I don't see why not, though it sounds a little bit more Windcharger-y, right, with the Magneto powers. Maybe Trailbreaker could catch some of falling with his force field. But I would rather have him withstanding some massive blast. That almost puts him actually where his dead legs are found, which is more in Autobot City. Trailbreaker could be in this particular shot, which I have to draw because I borrowed that Devastator shot. So what we can do is we can put Trailbreaker here, blocking a couple shots from Megatron to protect Blaster and Wheeljack. You see Wheeljack's head here. Just in case you need proof that he was supposed to live, then Megatron gets distracted by Shuttle coming in.
Nice idea. That's where Hound separates from Trailbreaker.
Yeah, Hound could even get in close to the city there. And then Trailbreaker's like, oh man, there's too much work to do. Bye. And actually, well, this shot is over here because it's near Prime Shuttle, but he drives more in an angle towards the city.
Where's Skyfire in all of this? Like Skyfire patrol for my Autobots because they need more help to fight of the Decepticons.
We got our little Skyfire here. Skyfire was originally going to help save these Autobots, but then it feels like Skyfire is too useful or something like that. I think there's too many Decepticon jets, and he's like one man against all the jets. This is really a sky battle. He is going to show how awesome he is. He's going to take down like 5 Seekers. He has to stand alone in the sky. He can't get too busy with the ground stuff because he's got his hands full. I have the perfect thing to drop in here. There you go. You see that?
Just
These
wondering,
guys.
but are those 5 Seekers going to be names we are familiar with or just generics with the same colors?
Once they have names, they're alive. I'm not in the business of killing Transformers, so these would have to be generics.
I was just wondering if Sunstorm would be in those Seekers. He is one of my favorite Seekers.
Sunstorm could be in that scene, but I wouldn't kill him. I would have him escape.
What are we doing with Cosmos?
Cosmos originally was going to fly in with Smokescreen and Hoist, but I've been getting other suggestions that Cosmos should be somewhere in deep space looking for other planets and other energy sources. One of the big problems with the movie is that they don't really talk about Energon at all. And that's a huge mistake because Transformers is all about the search for energy. We got to get Energon back into the story. And there's quite a bit talking about Energon that was Earth was going to be a big energy conduit, and it was going to be sending energy to Unicron throughout the whole movie. Sending energy helps Unicron to get enough power to transform. And then that's where you have Blaster, Wheeljack, and the other Autobots who stay behind. Those are the people that are going to be fighting the Decepticons on Earth.
Where is Beachcomber?
Oh, yeah, Beachcomber is up here. Who's the gray Skids character? Look at all these guys.
There's Skids, Burnout, Crosscut, and Boost.
There you go. Imagine a crew of Honda cities. The car is spelled a city. A crew of these guys is driving through, like pimping, like an entourage. We gotta have 5 scooters as well.
Yeah, like maybe Skids is in command of a small squad of himself. Autobot Seekers. The only named scooter is the silver one named Clutch. So the Scooter S would be like Roller.
Yeah, it'd be cute in a like Soundwave kind of sense. Like you'd have a little scooter pop out the back and it would transform into a little robot. And then you could totally have that character replace Daniel for the rest of the movie. This was awesome though. This is good story fodder.
I've been meaning to ask, what art program do you use for animating and art?
I use Clip Studio Paint.